Hi guys, so I'm just going to today show you a few things in maintenance, largely to do with when dreads are joined together and how to actually pull those apart. And just give you a bit of an indicator on how long it should take to do a full maintenance. That's like bases and lengths, around about 65 dreads. We're going to try and do as many of these kind of vlogs as possible, so that we can answer any of your questions that you have in terms of where you're at, the different processes. Some of you are going to come across things that we maybe haven't vlogged on or videoed. You might want to ask us questions about that. So yeah, today's video will take you through an entire maintenance from beginning to end. Okay, thank you. Okay guys, so we've got two dreads joined together here. This happens sometimes. Sometimes it happens because the client's done. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and separate this. It's hard because it's been joined together pretty severely. Two ways. So one is just slowly loosening it in this area with the scissors just down the center, slowly trying to see where the dread is. It's difficult because you're cutting hair, so just look at the dread and just see if you can see how it falls. Remember, you've got a client on the other end. When you've done a bit of scissor work, just coming in and just giving it a little bit of a tug with your hands. Again, remembering there's a client at the other end, guys. So slowly, like just picking at that area. There we go. We're separated now. Ta! A little bit of build up in there, which is understandable considering the fact that two dreads have been joined. Hey guys, welcome back. So I've just done a little bit at the top here. As you can see, it's looking nice and neat. So just wanted to say that it's so important to keep within the sectioning. Sometimes it's kind of hard to see and you might miss a couple of points, so coming back and just making sure that sectioning is nice and clean, making sure there's no hairs in there that shouldn't be in there, and making sure that the dread is round. Now what we like to do is we like to go and do all the bases first, and then if your client's booked in for whatever amount of time, if you've got enough time, you go back and do all the lengths. It's good to actually go down and do the lengths every second or third visit, just so that the client doesn't get blowouts. You can see there's a couple of these. I don't know whether you can see that there. There's a little bit of a blowout happening here. When it's soft like this, we can pull it in. Don't forget to do the drag as you're going down the dread. I don't know whether you saw that on the tutorials, but it's basically holding your hook in one hand and just dragging those lumps in. Again, making sure you use your clips. Coming under here, you can see there's quite a bit of hair that's joined together here at the base. Just popping your finger through and you can see those little bits there. That's what I like to do. Grab your scissors and just cut near to the dread so that you've got plenty of that flyaway length to put into the base. So it's a nice clean, tidy dread. We've been working here so far for about half an hour. So I just wanted to talk about this little baby here. So you can see we've kind of we like to call this the cannibal dread. So I don't know whether you can see that or not. It's actually completely started to kind of eat itself up. The dread starts to go like this, and then eventually it will turn on itself until you get this kind of little lump like this, and you often see that. This hasn't got that bad. Just a little trick. Tell your client to pull their dreads regularly. So just grabbing them and pulling them, it really helps with that particular issue. For you as the loctician, just make sure you try and pull some of these loops in so they don't try and eat on each other. With this one at the bottom, I'm just going to kind of pull this little bit out with the hook and re-dread it, just so that it's not going to fold in on itself. So you can see it's just a tiny little bit at the bottom here. Make that nice and straight. Like that. And then we're just going to try and get these bits in. So as you can see, I've gone through all the back of the dreads, I've gone and done all of the bases here, looking really nice. I've done a lot of the lengths too, not all of them, but most of them. Been working for just over an hour now. We're now going to go and do the top part of her hair. We've done down one right hand side. Then I'm going to come around and do the left hand side, and I'll do a little bit of close up or micro camera work there so you can see what I'm doing. I mean, just want to check base with everyone, because a few things that we've seen over the last few months are just getting a little bit close to the base. Some of you, like, you don't need to get extremely close to the base. There's two reasons why. One is because your client is going to be very uncomfortable, and the other is the new hair. A new hair, when it's growing from the base, is very fragile. So if you go really super close to the base, what's going to happen is you're going to actually break hair, and we don't want that to be happening. So I'm just trying to show you something here. So this thread here was connected to this thread here. You can see there's a bit of trauma here on the scalp. That's from the bases joined together. Creates this huge hotspot, and it can create this problem. Now I'm just going to pop a little bit of exfoliate onto this area here. So this is this product here, and you should all know it by now. Just a small amount like that. I think you can probably see that on my hand. I'm just going to get a little bit of that, and I'm just going to place it here on this area where there's a little bit of dandruff. Just rub it into that area there. Because it's an exfoliate, immediately any dry skin will come away. Getting a little towel, dabbing in the area, just pulling any of that flaky skin off there. And that will really help to clear up that area and soothe it a bit. Round and around, making sure its no hair is hooked in anywhere. When I get to about that stage, I do like to just round it off a bit. You probably can't see too much with my hands there. Kind of rolling it a bit with my hands and just putting the hook in between my fingers. So Fawn's just hopped on with me here to just help me finish off this last little bit. We're now at 2 hour point, and we've undone 3 threads that were fairly well fused together. Done all the lengths and bases, looking pretty amazing. This is a good time when you finish just to check you've done all the bases. Many times I've done all the bases and then come around the side and I might have missed a little bit. That does happen sometimes when you're working with someone else on the thread. Sometimes they might move away from a section, and just a good idea to check everything has been properly done. You can just see here how pretty they're looking at the back. We've made them really super straight, and the ends are really pretty on these threads, as you can see. I'm going to do the ends just to give them a little bit of a spruce up. I like this product here, which is the Curly Twist from Goldwell. Just give them a little spray on the ends. It just kind of like helps to condition the ends. You can actually use an oil of any kind on these. Entirely up to you really, what you want to do. Some people like their ends to be completely threaded down. Others like a little bit of a curl on them. So we've finished today. Feeling fabulous. Thank you so much.